Welcome once again to The Card Life, the only TV show dedicated to the sports card hobby. I'm your host, Matt Strahm.
This month marks a milestone for The Card Life. We have now passed 30 episodes over the last 3 years. We've filmed in more than 60 cities across 40 states, profiling the best stories, collections, collectors, and companies in the sports card hobby. This month we look back at some of our favorite moments from those 30 episodes. Let's kick things off with a look at the people who showed us that collecting isn't just a hobby. These are the people who taught us sports cards can be much more than just cardboard.
At the age of 9, I was in a juvenile detention center, and I was making pretty poor choices in my life, and we couldn't quite figure out how to make me get better in life. And there was an officer who told me that if I decided to change my life around, he would give me a pack of 2007 Topps every time I did well. And sure enough, I decided I was going to change it around. I opened a pack of 2007 Topps football, and that first card was Troy Polamalu, who happens to be my favorite player. And ever since, I've been hooked. I'm very blessed to have this job, and it makes everything else outside of my job so much easier because, you know, I'm not going to some boring 9 to 5 I don't care about. I'm actually genuinely doing what I've been wanting to do my entire life, and everything's just pretty perfect with it, actually.
I was an 8-year-old girl. I played baseball, and as a result, I traded baseball cards. And one day I came home and asked my mom why there weren't pictures of girls on the cards, and I said, it's not fair. And my mom and my aunt wasted no time creating a set of cards featuring women of achievement so that I too could see my heroes on baseball cards.
At that time, there was no such thing as the internet, no way of getting in touch with many of these people that we wanted to write to ask for permission to create this set of cards. My sister and I would run around to every library, and we contacted 500 women of achievement in all fields, not only sports, but in everything that we could think of.
It was really about representation. It was not meant to take anything away from baseball cards or from the accomplishments of men at all. It was to just provide some representation so that young kids, girls and boys, could see the information in a fun and accessible format.
Pedro Sierra walked in our office, and I didn't know Pedro's background, nothing. He wanted some trading cards, and he had been a Negro League baseball player for the Clowns and the Stars back in the 50s. And we became really good friends, and I was doing some trading cards for him and then some of his friends, just so they could share their stories in the community. But as the roster started to grow, more and more people were coming in for them. I had like 10 Negro Leagues players from the DC, Baltimore area that were coming to me for this card that we had put together. I thought maybe we could do something bigger. We grew to 59 players all total in May of 1999. First trip through was 5,400 plus miles in 18 days. We probably stayed at a hotel 3 times, 4 times, because we didn't have any funding. It was into rest areas and just to get a quick nap because we had to go to the next place, and I didn't want to miss anybody. And we created the cards, and then we had to go back out when the cards were finished to get them autographed. I left some of them boxes of cards so that they could start signing and selling so that they could make a little revenue off of this while we were putting this together. February of 2002 is when we did the autograph tour. We picked up all the autographs. And you might wonder why all these guys are showing up as older men in these cards. They're not in their playing days, because a lot of the guys didn't have pictures for one. And I thought it would be very cool to say, they waited, some of them 50 years, to get this acknowledgement. And they were ready for it, the way they were right there. And so that's why I chose to just do it that way instead of mixing them with younger and older pictures. It was something that needed to be done, and I got the chance to do it. And I was blessed to be the one to be able to do this for them. I
I've been here at Seattle Children's for almost 5 years, and we have a long history of athlete and celebrity supporters here. And I always thought, how cool would it be to create something that honors the time and energy and resources that those athletes and sports teams have put into these kids' lives and into this community. My best friend Colin Butler was a huge advocate inside of Topps to make it happen. It was a real small run when you think about it. You're talking about 11,000 units, and without him, it never would have happened inside of Topps. He advocated, he made sure that people knew the importance of it. He brought the right people to the table and then let me pitch it. The Topps team, they were fantastic, and they also were like, if you can do it, if you can pull it off, we will print your cards for you and we'll do this. And they were great from design to everything. And then just kind of magic happened. We raised just over $276,000 just from the sale, and then that doesn't include additional donations that people made just because they heard about the set or they thought it was cool. Beyond my wildest dreams, and so awesome. Yeah, the power of community.
We grew up as passionate fans and collectors. Now we've started a giant movement that makes you the MVP. Built on GOAT-level service, a game-changing online shopping experience, and the hottest cards at the lowest prices. The ultimate collector's cave, our modern-day retail experience. Open now in Alpharetta, Georgia. GiantSportsCards.com.
Turn this into this at AuctionMonthly.com. A better way to sell your sports cards, memorabilia, and collectibles. Our white glove service from start to finish will help you evaluate and sell your entire collection. Turn your sports cards and collectibles into cash. Get started right now at AuctionMonthly.com. Add great cards to your collection at pristineauction.com, where over 10,000 sports card auctions end every week. Use the promo code TheCardLife and get $10 off your first auction win.
We all love watching Matt every month ripping some wax and hunting for hits. Here's a look at some of Matt's best pulls from the Card Life.
Crack some 2018-19 Panini Prism. There we go. That's a big one right there.
Yeah, Lucas Silver.
Silver. That is so sick.
Nice. All right, let's. I'm not even worried about who else that is.
We can go grade right now.
Let's see. Not bad. A little bit off center, but not bad.
There we go.
Hey, look at that.
Luka base.
Nice.
The one that gets me nervous now. Bowman Chrome 2018. I think it's pretty obvious who we're looking for. He's right here on the box. Tanya, Acuna, and Devers. Not a bad rookie class here. And a Shohei Ohtani in the first pack. I just went up and saw pitcher/DH. Gave it away. Would you look at that? And honestly, the Bowman rookie is my favorite rookie of him because he's hitting. The other ones he's pitching. The autographs are 1 in 800 packs.
Jeez.
Autographs 1 in 400, autograph parallels 1 in 800, 1 in 2,000, 1 in 4,000, and then 1 in 20.
So those are a tough pull.
Yep. Michaelis, 3 pitchers in a row, so it's got to be a hitter, right?
Got to be. They're not going to do you dirty like
See
that.
Helmet?
Oh, there we go.
God. This is my first ever Mike Trout.
Oh my
auto.
God.
Holy
That is
shnikes.
awesome.
That is unreal.
We were just talking about those odds. How ridiculous
dude.
it is to even pull an auto out of this.
To 25.
Wow.
Oh my.
What a hit. Should we stop now?
Yeah, it'd be done. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is unreal.
See, now that's one we need to grade.
Oh my gosh. Dang, that is so sick. We'll run you through it here. Just slit the plastic. A little harder.
I don't want to cut through the box, man.
We'll get you. Now let's put the blade away so no one gets cut. There we go. Now it should open up nice.
Hey, man.
There you go.
I'll get better. Ooh, not now.
Now it sings as it opens.
Yeah, it sings to you.
Booklet.
Ooh, booklet.
Is it always a booklet in this? I think it might be. Oh, it's a good one.
Dude.
Hopefully
Flip her
that's
open.
Out of 24. Ooh, nice.
Dang,
Nice
sick.
start.
Cozy.
That is really sick.
Hey, that is sick.
You're not bad at this.
No, you're not bad at it at all.
Let's go. You know we're
that. Oh boy. There we go. That's a really nice one. Trey Turner, rookie auto. That is sweet.
Iron Guard Supplies is the official card supply provider of the Card Life. Use promo code TheCardLife at ironguardsupplies.com for 20% off and free shipping on your order of over $100. Cover your bases with Iron Guard Supplies.
Are you in the business of selling trading cards? Accelerate your trading card business with Ricoh document scanners. The best scanners in the business with the widest range of software and service support. Whether you're a card shop or a collector, from raw singles to rare slabs. Ricoh scanners. Digitize your collection quickly and accurately so you can focus on running your business. Scan more, sell more, do more with Ricoh document scanners.
It's time to unbox your love of the game, presented by Giant Sports Cards. 10-year-old Landon Hallsworth mainly collects football cards and has a great collection of Justin Herbert rookies. Giant Sports Cards sent Landon an H2 box of 2023 Panini Prestige.
George Kittle, numbered 199. Anthony Richardson.
Congrats on the hits, Landon.
Thank you, Giant Sports Cards, for letting me unbox my love of the game.
Unbox your love of the game at giantsportscards.com.
We've talked to hundreds of people across the sports card hobby over the last 3 years of filming Card Life episodes. Each has their own reasons for how they collect, what they collect, and how they got started. Let's take a look at some of our favorite personalities we've met over the last 3 years.
I had all these cards. I have over 100,000 cards, and I was just one day, I was like, what am I going to do with all these cards? And one of my friends was collecting autographs, and I was like, I loved collecting autographs. Why don't I do that again? So about 5 years ago, I started again. And now I try to send out about 10 a week.
Okay. How many autographs through the mail have you gotten roughly?
A couple thousand, easily
a couple thousand.
Yeah, I've done all four major sports, as well as a bunch of celebrities as well. This card's very, very special to me. When I was 7 years old, my dad bought me my first pack of baseball cards. Brought a pack home for me, and I remember sitting at the kitchen table, opening the pack with him. And this is like the 4th or 5th card in the pack. This exact card,
Yeah.
1970.
Not a replaced card, the actual card opened by you.
And I've had it all these
sweet.
years, and I always cherished it. And I don't know what came over me one day. I said, I'm going to get it signed, because I saw somebody had one of them signed, and I said, I'm going to get them signed because I really love TTM. And I think it'd be great to have them in the collection and pass it down to my kids.
Right.
So I sent it off to Cecil Cooper in Texas first, and he signed it pretty quickly. And then I sent to Mike Garman, who I loved as a pitcher. I always loved him as a pitcher. I'm so bumming when he got traded. And he was a really quick turnaround, maybe like a week. So I got them, both of them signed, and then said, oh, we'll send it down to Colin Fiskey's in Florida. He collects money for cancer, so I don't mind giving a donation. And he signed it, and then it came back, and I was just so thrilled.
The legendary Z-Nut card set. This is the longest consecutively annually issued card set in existence for the minor leagues, 1911 to 1938. But perhaps the most noteworthy is the card of Jimmy Claxton. And he was the first black ball player to appear on an American baseball card. He signed a contract under the guise of having Native American heritage. And when it was discovered that he was African American, along with Native and otherwise, he was unceremoniously let go. He pitched in 2 games. And the photographer for the Collins McCarthy Candy Company happened to be at the ballpark one of those days and took his photograph.
I watched Butker kick the go-ahead field goal, and ever since I've been collecting cards. I discovered that he was Catholic, and I go to a Catholic school, and it's kind of cool to know that Butker's also Catholic. So I started this group of them about a year ago-ish, and my newest card that I just got was the gold out of 10.
On the trading card database website, Parker ranks #1 in the number of unique cards of Butker.
I'm in first with around like 120 some cards.
What reaction does he get when he tells people who he PCs?
They're just kind of like, you collect a kicker?
One of my friends at the office, a big Boston Bruins fan, had a big 2x3 poster. It was just hockey cards in the frame of Cam Neely. They didn't make a design or anything, but it was so much fun to just look at all the cards and the stats. And so I was like, what if we did a mosaic with the hockey cards? So I don't collect cards, so I started buying Lemieux cards for that purpose. Maybe 800 Mario Lemieux cards, and made my first one out of 260 cards, just to try to see to do it, like, can I do it? And I put it on eBay, and my mom was the highest bidder. So it's never, I mean, it's a giant 4x6 thing. I did 2 more with real cards. There's one here on the wall that's not in a frame or anything, it's just stuck on the wall. And then the mosaic at like the little store in Joliet down here with Pokemon cards. They had a wall, and I walked in there and I'm like, do you mind if I make, like, I showed them what I do, and the guy was all excited, and just with the excitement, it was awesome. So I made an 800 Pokemon cards with real cards for their store. And I love the fact that it's in public, and I can just sit there and watch people. It blows their mind. And for me, this is like eating caviar or something. I just know, it's just fun to see that moment where like, their mind just blows. And then a little bit later, I realized I don't even have to have the cards. I mean, there's image of cards all over the internet. I just have to find them, make them in a collection, and then use that. There are times I was wondering, is this the best use of my time? And every time I go back to that moment that I see people and that I have sometimes when I make this, and I'm like, that's worth it. Like, if I have a talent to be able to create something that makes that moment for people, then that would be silly not to do that. It's really fun.
The jokes write themselves. I mean, you relieve yourself, and it's a shrine to relief pitchers. I mean, the potty humor, the sophomoric humor in me, it just bubbles out. You can't help it. There's, signed balls. This is the championship wall. You only get on this wall when you win a championship with the Phils. I'm an optimist, which is, I feel like we're gonna fill this in my lifetime. But as of right now, I'm keeping them small on purpose so that I can fill this up as we win and win and win and win. Go. I put it on Twitter, and before you know it, former ball players are talking to me, and guys that are like, wait a minute, you have my picture where? And there was only so many guys that have ever made it to the major leagues. 20-some thousand, ever. And to be one of those guys that made it, like, that's just super cool to be able to celebrate them and honor them. It's just, one, it's another part of fandom, but 2, like, they should be honored. They made it. They made it to the peak, and that's awesome.
Ever wonder what your cards are worth? Snap a photo of your cards. Get the value in seconds. Build your collection. Buy and sell. Level up in the hobby.
We grew up as passionate fans and collectors. Now we've started a giant movement that makes you the MVP. Built on GOAT-level service, a game-changing online shopping experience, and the hottest cards at the lowest prices. The ultimate collector's cave, our modern-day retail experience. Open now in Alpharetta, Georgia. GiantSportsCards.com.
Are you in the business of selling trading cards? Accelerate your trading card business with Ricoh document scanners. The best scanners in the business with the widest range of software and service support. Whether you're a card shop or a collector, from raw singles to rare slabs. Ricoh scanners. Digitize your collection quickly and accurately so you can focus on running your business. Scan more, sell more, do more with Ricoh document scanners.
CGC is proud to be the official grading partner of the Card Life. CGC's world-class expertise and state-of-the-art technology provide collectors with accurate, consistent, affordable, and fast grading. Learn more at cgccards.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Murphy here with CGC Cards, and today we are going to be talking about one of the most talked about collaborations Pokemon has done this year, and that is the Van Gogh Pikachu, or as the card says, the Pikachu with gray felt hat. I have 3 beautiful copies in front of me today. We have 2 Gem Mint 10s, and then the beautiful pristine 10 copy of the Van Gogh Pikachu. So these are so special because Pokemon loves doing collaborations, and this collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum was just really special, created a lot of buzz, a lot of hype. With this promo first only being released in the museums in Amsterdam, it was later then released worldwide through the Pokemon Center website, where you had to order specific items and then you would receive a copy of the card in the mail with your order. And with these being 2 Gem Mint 10 copies and a pristine 10, with how they're packaged, it's not always going to get to you in that Gem Mint conditions. These are some of the coolest items that Pokemon can create for the trading card games. And this is probably going to be a highlight in a lot of people's collections for the time being, because this is probably the coolest card that we've seen all year long.
Hey card collectors, looking for deals on sports cards? Well, it's time you've heard about Pristine Auction. PristineAuction.com is the most trusted site for sports cards. You can win authentic cards at affordable prices with daily auctions starting at just $1. It's free to register, free to bid, and auctions are ending right now. So head over to PristineAuction.com and sign up with the promo code for $10 off your first win.
Unbox your love of the game with Giant Sports Cards, the online home of the hottest new releases at the lowest prices. Whether you're a rookie collector or a seasoned veteran, we'll treat you like an MVP. Log on to GiantSportsCards.com and unbox your love of the game.
Our friends at AuctionMonthly.com had a literal treasure chest show up at their offices recently. A man's father who grew up in Oakland had been given tobacco cards from his uncles as gifts when he was a child. The son discovered this tobacco tin of cards when going through his father's house after his death in 1994. Inside the tin were more than 600 cards from 1926 and earlier, including 20 Babe Ruth cards. Also included were a W514 Shoeless Joe Jackson card and 2 Ty Cobbs from 1921 and 1922.
AuctionMonthly.com, a better way to sell your sports cards, memorabilia, and collectibles. Turn your sports cards and collectibles into cash. Get started right now at AuctionMonthly.com.
That's all for the Card Life this month. I'm Matt Strahm. We'll see you next time on the Card Life.